Yeah, learning a language is cool and all, but did you know if you learn the right language, you can make a lot of money? But what languages do you exactly learn if you want to make money? Well, that's a very good question. What's up everyone, my name's Ian, and if you're new to the channel, I'm an American polyglot that's been learning languages for almost 10 years now. And like I said at the beginning of this video, today we're going to be talking about the most profitable languages to learn if you want to learn languages, but also make money.
40,000 I'm rich.
But yeah, let's get right into it. So when you're thinking about which language to learn, if you're trying to make money, if that's your end goal, there are a lot of languages that may come to mind, but above all, we have English. English is by far the most profitable and useful language in the world, but I also think that's a no-brainer, and so it's not going to be part of the list in this video. If you're watching this video, you probably already speak English, or at least you're learning English. And if that's the case, then well done. You already speak the most profitable language in the world. English is the language of aviation, of finance, of business, of tourism, of media and entertainment, and it's a language requirement for some of the most lucrative positions in the world, especially international ones. And so if you already speak English, if you're watching this video and you already speak English, or you're already learning English, then congratulations. That's the best language you could learn if you want to make money. But like I said, that's a bit of a no-brainer. So let's talk about the languages you can learn besides English if you want to make the most money. So number 5 on this list is French. French is one of the 6 official languages of the United Nations and is an official language in 29 different countries. It is also one of the main languages of diplomacy and international agencies all around the world. French is also a language that happens to be quite similar to English, and so if you understand English, French is going to be rather easy for you to learn and understand. And if you are looking to work in the fashion industry, or if you're looking to work in France or even in automotives, there are major French companies that would see knowing French as a big skill to have. To name a few major French companies where knowing French would be a big advantage and where you could make more money knowing French, we have BNP Paribas, we have Crédit Agricole, we have Peugeot, we have Renault, we have AXA, Louis Vuitton, major fashion brands. All of these companies would value knowing French. Not to mention that French is spoken by over 100 million people. That's a lot of people that you can gain access to by knowing French. Number 4 on our list is German. German is a very popular and common language spoken in Europe, and as such, it commands very high salaries in the countries where it's spoken. So if you plan to live or work in Central Europe or anywhere in the European Union, knowing German can be a very big advantage. German is also spoken by over 150 million people across Europe and across the world. That's a lot of people that you gain access to by knowing German. And German companies are some of the most powerful, rich and influential companies in the world, such as BMW, Audi, Volkswagen, Deutsche Telekom, Deutsche Bank. All of these companies offer great opportunities, especially to those that speak German. Number 3 on our list is Arabic. Arabic is one of the most spoken languages in the world, spoken by over 400 million people around the world, but mainly in the Middle East and Northern Africa. Arabic is also one of the 6 official languages of the United Nations, and it is considered one of the most important languages for national security in the United States. Meaning, if you speak Arabic and you work in the government sector, that comes with a pay boost. In addition, the Arab-speaking world is a rapidly expanding market, with many companies around the world looking to hire people that can engage with Arabic speakers in this part of the world. Not to mention, Arabic is one of the most difficult language for Westerners and English speakers to learn. So if you can speak Arabic, it also makes you stand out. Number 2 on this list is Spanish. Spanish is one of the 6 official languages of the United Nations and one of the most spoken languages in the world, spoken by over 430 million native speakers around the world. That is a very large population. That means with knowledge of Spanish, you can reach out to 500 million people in the world. That's a very large audience and a very large market that you can now engage with. And in addition, if you live in the United States, there's a very large Hispanic and Spanish-speaking population that lives in the United States, meaning companies in the United States are more likely to hire a candidate that speaks Spanish over a candidate that does not. But let's say you're not from the United States. That's not a problem, because Spanish is spoken in so many different places. You can find a job in just about any continent, especially Europe, North America, South America, and Africa. And finally, there are a number of large Spanish companies that would value a candidate that can speak Spanish and would be willing to pay more for one, such as Santander, BBVA, Inditex, and Zara. So Spanish is certainly one of the most lucrative languages to learn. And it just so happens to be very easy if you already speak English. And finally, number 1 on our list, perhaps you've already guessed it by now, is Mandarin Chinese. Mandarin is spoken by over 1 billion people. Over 1/7 of the world's population speaks Mandarin. That is an enormous audience and market to be able to engage with. Mandarin is also one of the 6 official languages of the United Nations, and in addition, China is one of the world's most powerful economies. In fact, over the past 10 years alone, China has barreled through the charts and is right behind the United States in terms of economic output. In fact, it's estimated that within the next 10 to 20 years, China will be the world's largest and most powerful economy. Given this, there are a multitude of companies around the world that are looking to engage with the Chinese market. And as such, these companies are willing to pay big salaries and big bonuses to candidates that can speak Mandarin and help them expand in China. Not to mention, you also can work in a host of Chinese companies that now have spread throughout the world. Chinese products and Chinese companies are starting to get more and more common around the world, showing just how fast China's economy is growing. TikTok, one of the world's biggest social media apps, is owned by a Chinese corporation. And finally, Mandarin is also considered one of the most difficult languages in the world to learn. And if you speak it and it's on your resume, that makes you stand out as an exceptional candidate. Not only is it a lucrative language to learn, it also shows your capacity to learn, which is an invaluable skill for companies everywhere. And as a final thought, every language in the world has its own advantages, and not everyone is driven to learn a language by money. And so, regardless of which language you speak, learning a language is always a good idea. But if you want to learn a language that has some really good benefits, monetary benefits, then these are probably some really good choices. So there you have it, 5 of the most lucrative languages to learn if you want to make more money. Perhaps these languages came to you as a surprise, or perhaps they were a no-brainer. And if you speak one of these languages, then write in the comments below whether or not it's helped you in your career and whether or not you've been able to make more money as a result of knowing that language. Anyways, that's it for today. I hope this video was helpful and I hope you learned something new. And if you did, then don't forget to leave a like, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel for more language-related content. And as always, thanks for watching everyone, and I'll see you in the next video.